For the company expansion, we as Edo Pesins no dey look down on people. We welcome anything good una wan do. Shaibu to Guinness. Beka Maguda, wey be the managing director for Guinness Nigeria, don talk say dem get plans to expand their site for Benin, wey go help create more opportunities for Edo people. Say dem go also invest for clean water projects. E yarn dis one when carry ogbonge visit enter government house Benin City on Tuesday. Beka come talk say dem go informate the people on top the good and bad of alcohol. Say for young people wey never reach 18 years, dem get one ogbonge program wey go educate dem on the yamayama wey alcohol fit cause if dem take am.
Guinness Nigeria, as you know, has been around your state for a very long time, and we are really grateful for the support we keep getting from your administration. The leadership team and I are proud of what we do every day, and the many employees with whom we work at Guinness Nigeria, especially the plant that we have in Edo State. Over the last many years, Guinness Nigeria, like many other organizations, have gone through ups and downs, but we remain committed to continuing to invest, to employ, to grow, to share prosperity with the communities in which we work. As you know, we are a member of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, and in that capacity we share some of the challenges but also the opportunities that are presented to us as an industrial operator in Nigeria. Today is not about talking about the challenges, but we are more excited about the opportunities that we see in Nigeria. As you know, we've been around this country for 72 years, and over that time, we've come to learn that you have to play a long-time game. There will be some years you lose some, there will be some years you win some, but over time, you grow with the country as the country grows. We are super excited in some of the decisions our board has given us in the recent past. There's been a lot of noise from many organizations about, is it the right time to invest in Nigeria or not? Our board took a different view, that in spite of the challenges of COVID and everything else that we know now, we've just made some big decisions on continuing to press forward with some of big investments that we'd like to make in the country. Only recently, we acquired a big piece of land in Ogba, in Lagos, 25 acres to be exact, where we're going to put a huge expansion project for our brewery in Lagos. We're in the process of finalizing a similar acquisition in Edo State next to our brewery, which is again a statement of the expansion we intend to do to our facility here in Edo. That isn't as far as just talking about what we're doing in the breweries. As you know, Edo State, the brewery we own here, is where we first produce spirits. For a long time, Guinness was all about beer, but we were super excited when we went into production of some of the global brands locally, and we at the moment have just finished a project of expanding that capacity even more. Every time we do that, it comes with additional jobs and opportunities for businesses to grow, and we are really excited about that. There are other things we want to do in Lagos as well, in similar lines. We're also really excited about some of the things we've been doing in the community. We truly believe that as a successful organization that has been here for a long time, our success can only be measured by many elements. One, of course, the dividends we pay to the shareholders, but also that the community that works around us is thriving. The number of employees whose jobs we secure, and the many businesses that we can impact. And in doing that, we've chosen a few elements where we think we can have direct influence. Water is a big factor in what we do. We use a lot of water, so we've invested in recycling the water we use so that we can save on water, cleaning up the water before we take it in the environment so that we can protect the environment, but wherever possible to also provide communities that cannot access potable water with a bit of potable water. And some of the details of the programs we've been doing, my colleagues will speak to. If you step away from that, is also to recognize that alcohol, if used properly, has a role in society, but yes, if abused, it harms health. Therefore, we've been investing a lot of money and effort in ensuring that we tell people about the bad side of misuse of alcohol. We have various programs, including drink drive programs, telling people don't drink and drive. And we've been in partnership with the Road Authority for a long time now. There are also some things we're doing to tell young people don't get into alcohol when you're still a minor through a program we call Smashed. In spite of the disruptions of COVID, we put that online and we are back, and we'll be relaunching it properly with the Minister of Health and Minister of Industry on Thursday in Abuja. It's a program that we're really excited about. We've been through many schools now, and our intention is to continue growing that. On the environmental side, it is a big issue now, and we've led the conversation of limiting harm to the environment by collecting disposable one-way SKUs. It could be plastic, it could be sachets. We led the industry in agreeing with the Minister of Health about 4 years ago. Most of that work was actually led by Viola, to put up a plan of how do we get out of production of spirits in sachets, because we thought it can be good, but it can also be misused. So we took a decision at Guinness, in spite of the fact that the government told us you should stop producing alcohol in sachets in 2024. We've exited that 2 years ahead of time because we wanted to show the example that we are determined and we can lead the conversation around this. So that's on environment. We're also working with other manufacturers to clean up the environment. We collect a lot of plastic bottles in many of the states across the country through an association called FIBRA. And what that helps with is to contribute to cleaning up the environment. We're not doing as much as we'd like to, and that's the challenge we've taken as a leadership team in that organization. So that's on environment. We've just invested a lot of money across Africa, including Nigeria, for clean energy. Our intention is to exit dirty energy and get into sustainable energy, which is where everybody is moving across the world. You might have seen some pronouncements that we made a year ago across Africa. The organization called Diageo that owns Guinness Nigeria has invested almost $180 million in clean energy. And part of that money has been in Edo State in Abur here and some in Lagos as well. The intention is that we limit the damage that we make on the environment. And we're now taking that further, going forward into recyclable materials for packaging, limiting the amount of plastics that we use. So we are looking at every opportunity of how we can continue to protect the environment. On people, we are really proud of the work. I know you pointed out to the chair director. We are proud of the work we've been doing to give more females an opportunity to work with us and become the advocate and the voice for more industry like ourselves, giving females more opportunity. As a manufacturing organization, we are mainly male, and that has been what we've been for a long time. But 2 years ago, we took a stance that we will accelerate female employment at Guinness. And over the last 2 years, we've moved from single digits of a percentage of females. We're now at about 27%. On the leadership team, at some stage, we're 50-50. On our board, we are 50-50, and we are increasing and accelerating that. What that does for us is just gives equal opportunity. So we just don't want to talk about it. We want to demonstrate it and show it. And by the way, while we were doing that, increasing the number of females in the organization, it has also been our period of best performance in the last 20 years. So there seems to be evidence that the more females you have balanced out with the males, you tend to do better. Madam HR, I hope I'll get a promotion for that. But seriously, it's something we've been so super proud about in the work that we've been doing. And we've been a voice in helping other organizations to go that direction with us as well. Internally, we have an organization called the Guinness Spirited Women. What that does is to mentor young females to get confident and to express themselves and know they are as good as they can be. Remove all barriers that might make them feel they're inferior. So that's the work we've been doing on the female side. We've also looked at inclusion beyond gender. people who are less able, sight, maybe we provide opportunities for them to come and work for us. Recently, we've just opened up a brilliant new office where we now have facilities that can allow people who are less able to come and work at Guinness. And would like other industries, to copy what we are doing in that. We intend to replicate the work we've done in the work environment in Lagos. We intend to do that as well in Edo State. That piece of work should be starting possibly in October. What that does is when employees come and find a great place to work, it is more pleasurable and they tend to produce more. On the brand side, we're feeling very good with the work that we've done to increase the offers that we give the community. We have a brand new product that we've just started producing in your state. This is a few weeks old. It's an international product which we are now producing in Benin. We are only the third country in Africa that has been allowed to produce this product. So it's been 3 weeks. And the great news, again, yesterday I met, there's a group of girls in this brewery. They call themselves the Amazons. It's the first line which is managed and run only by women, only. If some of you have seen a brand called Bailey's Delight, the girls who produce that are from end to end, all females. So the voice I want to put to this matter is that across Africa, we have held back females. There's an opportunity in unleashing them, and wherever you do that, there's evidence that they do a fantastic job. So I would like to share that with other people and encourage them to do more of that. Coming back to the relationship that we enjoy with the Edo State, we've been here for many decades, and our intention is to continue investing in this state.
Rotimi Odushola, wey be di corporate relations director for Guinness Nigeria, come tok say dem get one project wey be water recovery plant wey dem go start for August for Edo, and e go help treat 800,000 cubic meters of water. Say dem go also empower women for business as dem don collabo with one NGO, Growing Business Foundation, wey dem go identify women for the community and train them.
There is yet an opportunity, Your Excellency, for us to also speak more specifically about the things that we're doing in Edo State. So in a lot of the things that Big has spoken about, we do have a focus on the communities where we source, where we produce. It's part of our responsibility to the community. And many of the things that he's spoken about, I can share a few more details, as far as Edo State in particular is concerned. So on the water side, our approach to water is, he's spoken about, water, the environmental approach, but also we have a social responsibility approach to it. So we have a project that we've run for many years we call the Water of Life. And the focus of that project is to provide water, potable water in water-stressed areas to communities are, struggling with that. So we're proud to say that we do have projects in Water of Life here in Edo State, especially in Oregbeni. Oregbeni is where our brewery is located. We have a fantastic relationship with the community, and we've been there for many years. It's been profitable. And then also on water, in our brewery here in Benin, we have a water recovery plant that we are commissioning in August of this year. It's going to treat approximately 800,000 cubic meters of water, recover the water that we use, and be able to reapply to some of the processes, not the actual production of the liquid that is consumed, but things like water hydrants, to clean, surfaces and clean vessels and the rest of them, because the water, when it's recovered, it's actually fully safe for use as well. So that's something else that we're very proud about. We have a program on diversity and inclusion. We're very big on that, sir. We have a program that we call Plan W. Plan W is an empowerment program for women, specifically women that are underprivileged. We find that generally in many parts of Nigeria and Africa, women don't have all of the opportunities that are available to the male folk. And one of the things that we've chosen to focus on is to have programs that specifically target women as beneficiaries. So Plan W is a program where we identify women in communities around where we operate. We work with a partner, an NGO called the Growing Business Foundation. They have tremendous experience in matters like this. They help us identify the women. We train them in how to set up small businesses and how to run those businesses in a sustainable manner. Things like bookkeeping, simple accounting processes, how not to, dip your hands into your capital. And then after the training, we actually empower them with some of our products like seed capital. It's not a loan. We actually give it out to them free, and we then map them to specific officers of GBF who over a 3 to 6 months period will work with them to ensure that they are not, dipping their hands into this. It's a program that resonates so very well with women. We know that women are really passionate. So when you see that way, I'm proud to say that in the month of May, we launched that program in Edo State with 100 women benefiting from that program, all from different parts of Edo State. 20 of them were actually from Oregbeni community. Then we also have a scholarship scheme. We've run that also for many years. And at the moment, as I speak, the way our scholarship scheme runs is that when you are in the 200 level of whatever of the courses that you're studying, we focus now on the STEM courses. Once you are a beneficiary from 200 level, it's competitive, but we focus on our communities where we work. If you maintain your grades at the minimum level throughout the rest of your program, it could be a 5-year program, it could be a 4-year program, we'll continue to support the students. We have currently 65 students on that scholarship scheme, and at the moment, 20 of those 65 are indigenes of Edo State. So we find opportunities for focusing on the community where we work and where we source and where we produce. And we're proud to say that we have had a fantastic relationship with not just the community, but also the government of Edo State.
Acting governor for Edo State, Right Honourable Comrade Philip Shaibu, come talk say wetin Guinness dey do for Edo State dey sweet in belle. Come beg dem make dem shook hand inside sports matter for the state as e go create more jobs for the state. Say dem don identify 15 sporting events wey dem wan rebuild for the state, make Guinness put am for mind to sponsor.
We are, as a state and as a people, we are very hospitable. And I'm sure from the community where you operate, you can see that if we are not good people, by now you should have relocated. Because of the kind of people we are, obviously, we tolerate and we are even more hospitable to outsiders than even we ourselves. That is the level of hospitality we can give. I'm also happy to hear all the scholarship scheme, all the community service that you read out, because we are also very particular and also careful with when it comes to CSR. Our people gradually are aware of your activities and what they expect from you beyond just being employed in the establishment. And you know, when public awareness becomes very high, it has its own challenges. And that is why when you read out the scholarship scheme, 65-20 in Edo, I thought there was 65 in Edo, then I said 20, I remember. And the Water for Life program and the Clean Energy program. I think when we have companies like you in our environment, the issue of electricity, the issue of the environmental sanitation, environmental concerns also are things that government and your company can always share. And we'll have a lot of you in our various communities. I think our community will be safe and better for it. We are happy that each time we have a visit from your establishment, you are coming to launch a product. I remember the last time there was a product, I think the spirits-related product that you launched. I know how it went around the market, and everybody was like, this is the new thing in town. And everywhere I visited, and I'm seeing it everywhere, I said, okay, maybe this is the new product in town. So I'm happy that today again we are witnessing progress in Guinness, launching Captain Morgan. So we will like to have you sponsor most of our program, especially the aero sport. You can see that today the easiest way we can deal with youth restiveness and unemployment is engaging them. And we took a statistics in sport on the number of youth that we can get out of labor market. When we check all the segments, we look at football, we look at table tennis, long tennis, we look at 15 sports. So let's just take 15 out of the 37 sports. And we did a mathematics, and we discovered from these 15 sports, if we have state leagues, just Edo state leagues in these 15 sports, we'll be taking out about 6,500 young men and women that will be competing direct sports. And we look at the workforce, those that will service these games, we had another 2,500, the coaches, assistant coaches. Then we looked at those that will be working like the curators, those that will be the technical teams and the rest. Before we, just to have a state league alone, we discovered that we can have a minimum of 20,000 young men and women minus the service personnel that will be there. And if we get 20,000 direct jobs, 20,000 direct jobs just for sports, out of the multiplier effect, those that will be selling some of these products, your products that are shared with sport, the merchandise sales, the other, when you check the multiplier effect, discover that not only that the economy will grow, but you will have created jobs, direct and indirect jobs to almost 50,000 people, just for creating state league from sports. So we would like to have Guinness. We are bringing back one of our iconic sports that gave the state a very wild label name in the whole world, Ogbe Hardcourt. We are bringing it back. If you have time, just visit our Samuel Ogumra Stadium. You see how we have transformed the long tennis court. We now have a standard, international standard long tennis court with a center court. So we can play local, national and international games now in that stadium. So we are bringing Ogbe Court back. We would like Guinness to take advantage of the branded Ogbe Court to also brand Guinness. And we have a full package. You can brand the entire court with Guinness and different products, and all the names that we have put there, we can change it to Guinness, just to have you to have a platinum sponsorship. And don't forget that Ogbe Court is not just a national event, it's an international event. We are starting in earnest, we are starting this 15 sports. From January next year, we are commencing the flagship programs in all the 15 sports. So I would like you to take that to your management and have it in your program for next year. I know by August, September, some of you will start doing your next year's budget, and we call it budget in our own side, plan for next year. So put Ogbe Accord in your plan. And I can tell you that that tournament is one tournament that it will not only be talking about Guinness in Nigeria, but it will also be talking about Guinness International. And most importantly, we'll have been able to also take out some of these our young men and women, give them new life, and engage them so that they will not be available for kidnapping and all this anti-social activities that is ravaging our country now.
Oluwatobi Odeshola, TMC TV News.